What is up, guys? Zane from playbook.gg, and in today's video we're going to go over a mini scheme that you can run from the Baltimore Ravens offensive playbook. Before we dive into this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great tutorials that we've got headed your way here on the playbook.gg YouTube channel. Okay, guys, so welcome back. Now in today's video we're going to go over a mini scheme that you can run out of the Baltimore Ravens pistol spread. Now, truth be told, this was going to be my base formation to start the year, and then I kind of fell in love with the Jacksonville Jaguars playbook. You guys know I've dropped a Y Trips game plan on playbook.gg already, and then followed up with a two-back offense out of the Jags playbook. I still yet have to release a compression installation, also a spread. We've already got Y Trip spread, but I want to make sure that we're touching on a little bit of everything, some spread stuff, some compression stuff. I also still have to hit the 3 tight end jumbo stuff. I need to go to the 22 personnel with 2 backs and 2 tight ends. I think the Jags playbook is the most comprehensive book in the game. Now, it was right up against the Ravens for me, and I thought that the Ravens was interesting because it was very dynamic, just a very dynamic playbook. And as we found out, the Ravens are a popular choice for teams here to start the year in regs, with it being Madden Classic season, simply because of Lamar Jackson having the fast break. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to create kind of a tough to stop offense utilizing these audibles: read option, zone alert bubble, jet pass fake zone, and fade stop. Now, the way that we're going to go ahead and run this here is I'm going to show you. You could come out in one of 2 plays when you come out in this, and you see that this book is very, very interesting. Power I with 3 running backs. It's just a really great book. But what we've done here is we've got 2 running backs on the field. I decided to use Mark Ingram as my slot. Honestly, you could go ahead and put a wide receiver there and use Ingram as your downhill runner. I think that that makes a lot of sense on a 3rd down and 1 and a 4th down and inches, those types of runs. But I do like to get as much speed on the field as possible. One of the areas the Ravens are a little bit weak after Marquise Brown is top end speed on the offense. Obviously, Lamar Jackson has top end speed, but outside that, they're not the fastest team in the world. I do like to use big body receivers on the outside in this offense. So you could actually put in, say, like Mark Andrews or, Hayden Hurst on the outside. Those big bodies are going to make sense here when we get to the passing stuff in this. Now, this formation is very spread oriented, 2x2 spread. Very tough to stop. You guys watch K-Mac out there. He's running a lot of gun spread. This pistol spread gives you a little bit more of an issue with stopping the run. I think that there's a lot of great action here. You got the trap fake jet, jet pass fake zone, zone fake jet. You also have, the zone alert X smoke, which is a screen pass. We've already set the bubble zone alert as a audible. You have the read option. Now, the read option is great. We've already set that as an audible, as you can see. So what I like to do is I like to come out in PA deep in, or I will come out in either one of the zone fake jet, because we already have the jet pass fake zone in our audible. So basically you're coming out in either the PA deep in or the running play zone fake jet. So we'll go ahead and start here with zone fake jet is what we come out in. We're just going to go ahead and kind of break this down. Now, if I were to see kind of a front that looks like this, for instance, I'm immediately going to the read option. The reason I'm going to the read option is you notice that our tight end and receiver flip-flopped. So be aware of that. If you audible and you have a tight end out there at receiver, they do flip-flop. You're probably going to want Marquise Brown in the slot. So we'll move Andrews out of the play and put in a bigger body receiver so they do not do that. But if you see a front that looks like this, kind of a dime look, a 4-1 defense in the box, 5 guys, you're going to run this read option. And you guys know that Lamar Jackson has the fast break. Now, the way people like to run fast break with Lamar is they like to go ahead and put him on conservative ball carrier, and then they cover the ball to make sure that he does not fumble. What fast break does is when you run the ball with a quarterback, it gives them a speed boost. So we're just going to run the read option. We're going to read it. If they stay home, we give to the running back up the middle, and that's Ingram, who's going to fall forward. He's a physical back. If they decide to crash on the running back, we pull and utilize the fast break with Lamar. So you're going to see right here, he stays home. We hand the ball up the middle. Unfortunately, a block shed. I mean, this is a scheme. I'm not saying that, you're going to be able to cheat your opponents out of anything here. Right here, for example, if I were to run the read option here, I'm just reading that edge guy. If he crashes, I pull it. You see right here, we pull the ball and we're out with Lamar. He gets a speed boost. I could have followed my blockers better on this play, but you're going to see how this works here. So as we kind of run this, and I'm actually going to pull Andrews off the field as soon as this rep is over. But as we kind of run this here, you're going to see how this works. I mean, you're basically turning whatever number of players are in the box into one less. So this is a 5-man box, for instance. With the read option guy, it turns it into a 4-man box because that player is not going to make the play if you read it right. So you see right here, unfortunately, didn't get a block on the inside backer right there, and that's okay. You can always flip this. You don't have to read the arm side of the quarterback. I could go ahead and flip this formation and run it to the left if I wanted to, and option off Myles Garrett. That way, Myles Garrett ends up being wrong on this play. You run the ball right here. You can pick up decent yardage up the middle. The whole point of this is we're 2x2 spread, and we're trying to get our opponents to, come out in a soft defense, a dollar, a big dime 1-4-6 type of look. You're looking for them to do something along those lines so that you do not have to, get down into a strong eye wing or a power eye to run the ball. I mean, you can establish a decent enough run game by utilizing your knowledge of the concept. So we'll go ahead and continue here. We go zone fake jet against random defense. Okay, so in this situation, obviously, you can still run the read option. You've got 5 blockers. They've got 6 guys in the box, but you're optioning off one of them. So you see right here, you just run this ball right up the middle. Make a guy miss. Ingram has 91 juke. Solid enough up the middle in a phone booth can make guys miss. So you see right here, now we've got a situation where it looks to me like I wouldn't want to option off of that defensive player that is standing right over the top of my right tackle. You see, in fact, there's no read guy on this play. So what I would probably do is I would go to the jet pass fake zone and run this such that I can actually get the ball to Tyler Ervin. Now, again, if you're playing Mutt, you're going to want a guy who has elite ball carrier moves. Ervin is more so a speed guy. So, in this situation, we're just hoping that we get the blocking to hold up. We just pick up our yardage. That's about 3-4 yards, whatever. If you have a guy that has a evasive, has stiff arm abilities, things like that, you're going to be able to kind of utilize them and turn this into more of a home run type of play. You see right here, we're able to get outside on this zone or this little touch pass, and you're able to pick up some decent yardage on this. So this is all about just reading what is given to you. So you see right here a very spread defense, wide 9 technique. You're just going to go ahead and run this little option up the middle here. You see how easy this is. Make a guy miss. You're picking up yardage. We're not even throwing the ball here yet in this. So what you're going to end up doing here is you're going to start to get people that are going to, they're going to have to go into their 3-4 style defenses. They're going to have to show blitz. They're going to start to do those types of things to counteract the run game simply off the read option, and then obviously your ability to run the jet pass or the jet zone sweep to the outside. So this is where you're going to be able to, so as we come out again in the zone fake jet, if they start to do things like this where they're trying to, put all these guys in the box, this is where you're going to be able to kind of hit your zone alerts. So you see right here, I can just go ahead and throw that bubble all the way to the outside, catch a block. If they're trying to cram that box with 7 guys, that means that you got a slot receiver on one side or the other that's uncovered. So, right there, you can clearly see that it looks like we could throw the bubble pass to Ervin going to the short side. Now, obviously, Hollywood Brown, he's got a guy right over him. But you can see right here, like, obviously you wouldn't want to throw that to Hollywood Brown, although he made somebody miss right there with the stiff arm. But, you have the ability here. So let me show you, for instance, obviously Tyler Ervin's a little bit less dynamic than Hollywood Brown. So what you would end up wanting to do here on this play is maybe you go ahead and get Hollywood Brown at this spot, and then you could throw that bubble against that exact look. You're going to be able to key in and figure out exactly what you're doing. The thing is you're in a symmetrical formation, and if they want to, show blitz or do any of those types of things, then obviously, they're not going to be in a symmetrical defense here. They're going to have a safety that is up high on this, and this is going to allow you to really throw that bubble to the outside. You see right here, now we're in a spot we make a guy miss. This ends up being a house call. This is how RPOs work. If they overcommit to the run, which we're establishing with the read option, with those types of things, we're going to be able to, pop this bubble to the outside and make them pay. So you see right here, this is just exactly how it looks here. They're going to really struggle to stop that without playing some sort of man coverage on this. Now, let's go ahead and keep this rolling here so you guys see how the bubble works. Now we can start to get into some of the other scheme, the rest of the scheme here. So by utilizing simple running concepts and RPOs, we're going to get them into more of a base personnel, which is our intent here. That's where the play fade stop is going to come into effect. So let me go ahead and show you here. We'll go into zone coverage. We'll just go random zone. And the way this is going to work on fade stop is you can, as we've talked about on this channel many a time, you can basically run a route combination that looks just like this. 2 drags, 2 fade stops. They're going to have to basically pray that, they can stop one. I mean, you see how both those fade stops just get into crazy spots on the field where no zone is going to guard. We're going to continue to roll through this here with random zone. Now, also keep in mind that Myles Garrett might destroy me here, so I'll try my best to double team him. But as you're going to find out here, both of those fade stops are going to be open. I mean, you see right there how we can throw that. Now, right there, he just dropped it because the safety was able to make a hit right there. But these routes, these smart routed fade stops, they go to 15 yards. And the fact that you have 2 of them on this play is so massive because you can literally just pick and choose. I mean, you see right here, zone coverage. I mean, you're just going to throw this ball. I mean, look how open Willie Snead is on that play. 2 drags, 2 fade stops, how annoying that could really be for your opponent to stop. We'll continue to run this concept here. Again, this is just simply put 2 drags and 2 fade stops. We'll try to go over here to the X receiver as Myles Garrett is wrecking me right now. Obviously, you can run this concept here. Depending on what they're in, we'll match coverage. You throw the drag underneath. And you can see how this basically takes care and just kind of babysits Lamar Jackson. You don't have to come out here and have the most intricate looking offense in the world. You can scheme around your strengths and utilize some of these spacing concepts to really make people, struggle here. You see, we throw the ball to like a 70 overall receiver, tops, Miles Boykin, big body guy on the outside. You're throwing that fade stop, just possession catching it or aggressive catching it, clicking on and coming back to the ball. So you see right here, all I'm doing is just double teaming Myles Garrett. And here, I mean, this is against, elite corner, elite guy getting beat in coverage. That's Denzel Ward. He's got a superstar ability. So again, we're not getting the animation there with Willie Snead, but you could definitely see here. I mean, you see the coverage, you throw that up. You see how Snead is able to make that catch, body him up a little bit. These are one of the best routes in the game. They get over the top of cloud flats. They stay underneath deep zones. So you really have to have a high man coverage player. And even when you play man coverage, there's a large chunk of the time where they're not going to be able to stop that. So you see right here, I mean, Boykin, just a little back shoulder fade ball. That's all you really have to do is just throw that ball right at the top of their route before they turn around, and you're going to be able to really catch that consistently. Now, if we go on to some of the other passing concepts here, this is where this gets a little bit more hash dependent. So if we were to go ahead and go into, say, the pistol spread, and we wanted to run, say, like PA deep in. PA deep in's a nice little play. It's a dagger concept on one side, and it's a post concept to the other. So you see right here, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and probably move this ball. That way I got some room to run with this post route. I'll back it up a little bit. Again, what you could do is kind of just read the coverage. You're going to have to key in on what your opponent likes to do. If I were to see something like this, I would assume cover 2, maybe run, both of our routes down the left side, run them off and run a little flood concept. Again, you don't have to get super crazy with this. You're just trying to kind of babysit Lamar Jackson. I mean, you see right here how this post route that was actually thrown as I crossed the line of scrimmage, but you can see how that post route gets open when you run the 2 routes down the sideline. I mean, again, this is a very, very simple, this is basically 2 hot routes. You're just streaking the X receiver, blocking the running back, and then you could have a little shallow cross underneath that post. But again, you're going to see how we're able to kind of, you got the post open, you got the drag open, just kind of showing you how the little flooding concept works on this play. You can also, which is a major staple of your run and shoot style, that 2x2 type style, you can always feel free to utilize motion and create trips looks as well. I mean, you do something like this. This is going to allow you to get that post route to turn into a corner route. We're going to throw that ball over the top of a cloud flight, use a hitch to pull down underneath zones. That's going to allow you to do some stuff like that as well. Now, keep in mind that, I mean, if you want, you can mix in these, these motions here on option plays. Now, obviously, if they're playing, they're following along or whatever, you're going to be able to, you see right here what this can do for you. You utilize some of these motions. This is really going to open up this offense for you, as you're going to be able to use some of the tips that we showed you last year on the site. We talked about the read option, how you can glitch who the read man is. So if I were to run this here, I can actually at one point switch the read man. You're going to see right here, boom, no read man. Now I get blocks, and we're basically running this ball with Lamar. You see we end up turning this into a one-play score just by making this a simple quarterback, kind of a little play fake to the running back, and then you just scoot up the middle. There's no read man, so you can intentionally keep this ball with your quarterback. I mean, I'm just showing you the types of things. Honestly, this was going to be my first game plan of the year, but I kind of figured it would be kind of cool to show it to you guys on YouTube. So you see right here, we just block him. Right there, actually, he got off that block shed a little bit, but we could have given that ball up the middle. It's totally up to you what you want to do on this. I'm just showing that there's some unique things that you can definitely do here to And you see right there, no read man. We go ahead and just keep this ball. You got to make one guy miss. You know, obviously we're not running on conservative either. So keep that in mind as well. You don't have to go ahead and run the ball with Lamar every time. You might, on one down, literally just turn this into a dedicated dive. Boom, just pop this ball right up the middle, pick up your 3 or 4 yardage, 4 yards on this play. And then again, like you're just going to find that with this play that you're going to be just annoying enough that you can, you know, keep your opponent honest at all times. You see right here, here's an example. This is cloud flats. I mean, or hard flats. You're going to be able to throw the fade stop all day long. Deep zones don't react to them. So this is just kind of a little annoying mini scheme. Just thought I'd give you guys a little quick seminar, teach you guys a little bit about this book and why I like it. Honestly, I think I'll probably do a lot of YouTube content out of the Ravens book this year on the channel. This will kind of be my quote unquote free game plan for you guys here on the channel. So I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you like this video, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. And for more in-depth analysis, visit www.playbook.gg for detailed game plans written by pro Madden players. Master the game with playbook.gg.